Today I will talk about why I believe that Modern Warfare 2 2022 is designed to reward bad players. I know that this is a bit of a controversial thing to say, but hear me out and we'll see if we can find some common ground here when it comes to this kind of saying and opinion. Today I'm spraying hard with an LMG on shipment, so I hope it'll be something nice to watch as we're now getting into the topic of this video. First off, you simply have to take a look at the map design here when it comes to this year's version of shipment, and you then start to understand why the game is designed more towards some kind of tactical gameplay, or should I say camping behind obstacles, to understand that it favors a slower and less aggressive playstyle. I'm not saying that you can't play aggressive here, especially on a small map like Shipment, but I'm referring to these design choices when it comes to map design, but also the slower movement in the game, which I'm getting to in a moment. Because this will benefit less skilled players since they can stay behind cover, crouch walking a lot more and longer before actually getting killed. If the spawns, of course, aren't messing up things, sometimes you can find yourself all of a sudden spawning more or less in the circle of the enemy team. Sometimes it feels as if this kind of spawn system is deliberate, so that no player, or and team for that sake, can dominate the spawns on the map for a longer period of time. Add to that also quite weak kill streaks compared to some of the older Call of Duty games, and you'll have a pretty mild or even lame version of a Call of Duty game that kind of protects bad players, if that makes sense. When I said weak kill streaks, by the way, I was mainly referring and comparing to kill streaks such as the Swarm in Black Ops 2, Raps in Black Ops 3, or the Blackbird in Black Ops, Reaper in Modern Warfare 3, the Harrier in Modern Warfare 2 2009, just to give a few examples of strong kill streaks. Compare that to Juggernaut in Modern Warfare 2 2022. Quite a difference, huh? However, kill streaks aside, what really makes a difference here, and something that also benefits less skilled players, is the fact that they slow down the overall movement and sprint to fire speed, and of course the fast time to kill adds to it as well. This becomes very obvious if you, like me, go back and play, let's say, Modern Warfare 2019 for a comparison, or an even older Call of Duty game such as COD 4, which I did recently. I made a video about it. Since the movement there feels faster, but the gunplay also feels overall better and more crisp in these older versions of Call of Duty. I watched a video recently by a Call of Duty YouTuber named I'm Marksman, as he was talking about the flaws in Modern Warfare 2 2022, and how that is not only punishing people away from the game, but also how it's hurting, or have been hurting, the Call of Duty franchise for some time now. In the video by Marksman, which is kind of a rant anyway, he says the following, and I quote him here: "The developers are scared to reward good players for anything. Call of Duty as a whole only punish you for becoming better. The matchmaking system pushes you further down, the audio makes it easier for bad players to kill you by camping and sound hoarding you, aim assist is turned up a bunch so bad players can outgun you. The kill streaks aren't good, so if you're good enough to get kill streaks, the purpose is to make them bad so you can't kill bad players with them. Everything about the game is literally designed to punish you for becoming better." End of quote. So, do you agree with this saying? I do, quite some. Because what would happen if good players continued to shit on bad players as it was in older versions of COD? Well, they would leave and not spend their money in the item shop, and neither Activision or the developers wants that to happen. So they'll continue to a kind of low profile with the features in the game for the future to come as well. I mean, they found that players won't improve on COD, so they made the aim assist even stronger and stronger for each year. The matchmaking doesn't feel that great either, since it's skill-based matchmaking that also feels very inconsistent, sending you between lobbies of all kinds depending on how you performed the match before. So to have fun or good lobbies, and then you either get into a sweat feast in the third game, or simply get matched with some weak players against a trimmed enemy team on the other side. In older Call of Duties, even though skill-based matchmaking has been around for some time, you did get punished if you sucked at the game. That meant that you had two choices: either play in order to improve and become better, fight for it, or uninstall and stop playing. today, and I know it's not only COD, they've lowered the skill set and there's hardly any skill gap, so there's really no incentive to actually try to get better at the game. I mean, why would you when you really don't need to? I think this is wrong, and I also believe, same as I'm Marksman, that this will punish the COD franchise more and more if Activision and the Call of Duty developers will continue on this path. We already see this happening since a lot of players have stopped playing Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. You can check it out here. I strongly believe that the player base will not rise in a game that doesn't promote and reward you for becoming better as a player, because if it punishes you, why should you continue to play? And another saying from the above mentioned Marksman video that I talked about, and I do agree also here, because I do think that we're unfortunately looking at a trend to make Call of Duty worse for better players, if I put it like that, if I may, and it won't disappear in a nearby future, not by far, when there's money to be made. Again, this is controversial, and I don't want to point out people and say, oh, you suck at the game, so you shouldn't play the game. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about a design decision from the developers that are making the game, how the game was playing before, since I do love to get back once in a while and play older games. As mentioned, I did that recently, playing both Call of Duty 4 and World at War, which is actually two of my favorite old COD games. So please fill in. I would love to hear from you guys what you think about this. I've already also mentioned that I do not like certain other things in the game. For example, the UI in the game. I know that a lot of people has been complaining about it, and maybe they will do some changes there. Talking about the menu. Same goes with the perk system. I think the progression system also when unlocking, for example, attachments is quite harsh, since you sometimes has to play with a lot of other weapons just to unlock the attachments you want for your favorite gun. Let me know what you think about this, guys. This hasn't really to do with the topic of the video, but it does add to a kind of FPS experience that honestly feels underwhelming. And as you may know, there's updates to come in Modern Warfare 2, even though Season 2 got delayed. And hopefully there's some good quality of life updates that will take care of some of the issues in Modern Warfare 2, although I doubt that they will go as far as increasing the pacing of the game, for example, when it comes to movement. Maybe I'm wrong, let's see. Maybe they do that in Warzone 2.0, which I think is definitely needed as it plays right now, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So, with that said, I will wrap things up, and I wanted to say thanks for watching if you've come this far, and also if you're new to my channel and you enjoy videos in the world of FPS gaming, consider to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. This has been Splish for your pleasure, and I hope that you will have a great continuation of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.